And some people, because God is the source of love. Now, of course, I'm talking about my paradigm, right? My view. It just doesn't come out of thin air. It certainly
It's the same with me.
Ourselves.
I think it's the same with a lot of atheists also.
Well, for an atheist, where does love come from? JJ?
Ask them.
I'm going to think that they're going to say it comes from themselves. And the Bible tells us that no good comes from themselves.
John, you want to hear from an atheist or you want to hear from the Bible?
So wait, anybody, you're telling me that there are sounds that you don't like and therefore you call yourself misophonia? Fucking bullshit, dude. It's a concept. You're just fucking... You choose what you listen to. And you are the reason why you don't like the sounds you hear because you're choosing to listen to this stupid shit. The fuck is wrong with you? Motherfucker, this ain't the complaint hotline. This is not 1-800-COMPLAINT. Motherfucker!
Carletta's capacity to love was created by nature.
Carletta! They're still calling JCC
and you can
Carletta.
attribute love to that if you want.
So, well,
it's kind of...
now you're getting into a different realm, JJ.
I bet you this room will... Oh, he says it's a 2-hour room, so...
And
I might walk away at some point.
Natural is material. Do you think
JCC is a real schmuck. I just love... Have you ever heard JCC crash out? That's...
I don't know.
Honestly, I really enjoyable filming. This says like the opposite of misophonia, where you think. See, this is why you know misophonia is bullshit, honey. Because you think you hate these sounds, but when you hear one of these sounds that you hate crash out, it all of a sudden becomes enjoyable. Isn't that crazy? I think that's like Schadenfreude, taking pleasure in people's misery and suffering.
Does not come from anything external to the mind.
This is an all-star room here. We got Daniel Nero, Harlequin, another Daniel, JCC, JJ, who I'm not really too familiar with,
and so
myself, of course, and Jane, Dark Jane. This is going to be a John Lee Baker. I'm sure.
You may think a little bit differently.
I don't think it's very thoughtful.
Well, Tom Rabbits was in the room earlier. That's why I created this room. But if you go to the Tom Rabbit YouTube channel,
but in any case,
he's got John Lee saying all kinds of vulgar shit. He's got Darth Dawkins, tons of Darth Dawkins videos, which is very funny.
We received the love,
and he's got a lot of subscribers, and when he puts a video up, it gets a lot of views. So Tom Rabbit is actually what I'm trying to do, but I can't even achieve his success.
Like the river, it flows to us, which is the
he's got like 30 YouTube accounts.
And when we receive that sort of like water,
he also has a photo of Darth Dawkins because he had a green screen on, and all of a sudden he emerges from the Darth Vader.
But the reason why it's healthy is because it continues to flow. And so we're receiving the spring melt and the river to the body of water.
That's very metaphorical. I get it. And naturalists or physicists or materialists.
Look at the Dead Sea. It doesn't go out anywhere. It has no outflow. Right?
So it's maybe not a great metaphor, but the point is that naturalists.
It's not a great metaphor. The thing is that it has inflow. It has inflow, but no outflow. Therefore, it's dead as a body of water.
Yeah.
So the question is, if you have that metaphor, if it's full, where is the love from the atheist coming from?
See, honey, this is the thing, though. If you think picking on a homeless guy in an RV on a social audio chat app is the best usage of your time in terms of intelligence accumulation, accretion, read a book, Honey Badger. Come on here and read the effing Bible.
No,
I'll read it with you to these people. Or just go in the room and say, hey, I want to read Psalms 14:14. Whatever. Pick something. Get a book and read to these people. And they'll be like, oh, I think Honey Badger's coming around. But they'll still not even comprehend what you're reading to them. So, Honey Badger, thus, we have an intelligence problem here. And we can disguise it as genuine or disingenuous people, but it's not disingenuous people, Honey Badger. It's low IQ, brain rot, stupid people that you're dealing with here. So recognize intelligence has to be recorded, diagnostically tested somehow. And
it's not so much I didn't agree with you. I didn't understand why you were saying it.
And because Honey Badger, part of the reason I'm saying this is because I want to get back to books, but now I'm pulled into this vacuum,
they needed Jesus,
this spider web
so
of despair, this fishing net of a fisherman, John Lee, the fisherman of souls.
I give you an honest assessment.
And again, his room title is "Gaining the World is Not Worth Forfeiting Your Own Soul," Honey Badger. Honey Badger, are you in peril of losing your soul, or have you already lost it?
Change, at least the way
Hello?
you presented it. Change how I love or feel loved, or any contentment or joy that I experience.
I don't make that clear.
Because the example you used was Bill Gates being an atheist that didn't need Jesus because he seemed content. He felt content because of his riches. It seemed like, and unless Jesus is going to give me riches so that I can express my love and feel joy more, I don't think I need Jesus. In that in direct contrast to your example. So I'm still wondering why you think that what Jesus would do for me.
Okay.
One more thing, John. Unless you're saying that I'm lying when I say that I feel joy or love.
Ding, 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 ding.
So let me have.
Are you saying that I'm lying?
See, I'm uncomfortable.
Or you don't believe me?
Dude, you're not even letting me speak. You're like Pine Creek yesterday. He's cutting me up a lot too.
I don't mean to, but I just want to make sure that I'm being clear with you.
You're very clear with me.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So there's some background information that I have. I don't know when it applies in terms of like when this occurred or anything like that. But I think I guess you were maybe depressed or something. I don't know when that was, to be honest with you. And maybe I heard you saying that you had sought help or something. And that's a description that was the reference of what I was thinking.
You don't think Christians get depressed?
Well, John, yeah, I have been depressed.
So
in the past, probably will.
If you don't mind,
probably
Jane,
will
if I
be in
could
the
just
future.
talk to JJ, because this is not your room, just to let you know.
Probably will be in the future. Also, John, you hear me? Have been.
Yes.
But what does that have to do with now?
Okay. Like I said, I don't know the time frame at all. I'm trying to be honest with you, right?
I'm not sure what relevance it would have.
But however, I heard you talk about it. And when I heard you talk about it, I glean information from the sense by which you talk about it. Okay? And so whether it was 20 years ago, whether it was 10 years, it doesn't matter to me. It was the now in the way that you talked about it. Okay? And what I was hearing, right, from that was the best way I could think about it is the best way I could characterize it is an absence of contentment. That's what I heard in that sharing of your experiences.
Sure, I was not content in those moments, whenever they were. Well, what does it have to do with now?
Okay. So I guess what I'm trying to say is a very good question. What does it have to do with now? Again, I don't even know when that happened. So if I describe something, JJ, like something that happened to me as a child, maybe some horrible thing that happened to me as a child, but I'm telling about you something that happened a few decades ago, then you can almost sense whether they're over it or they're still holding on to it and hasn't been resolved. Does that kind of make sense?
So you just think he's secretly still depressed?
When it happens, Jane, could I please talk to JJ, please? And so when it happened is really not an issue for me as I'm listening. Is how you describe it. What feelings that seem to be expressed in that, and so what I heard from that was, oh, JJ is not content now. That's actually what I heard from that. That's my reference point, just to let you know. I didn't want to say because it might be sensitive. Okay?
JJ, it sounds like he's just projecting onto you.
So I actually don't know what he's saying now.
Mm-hmm.
In the past, I've been...
You got it right the first time. He's saying that even though you say you're content, he's reading into it that you're not content and that you're lying about it.
And so,
is that right, John?
I don't like to use the word lie.
Well,
because sometimes me, I have a lot of blind spots, and I wouldn't consider. You guys called me a liar. That's fine, right? I was just ignorant. I would say that I was ignorant of it. I was blind to it. That's how I would describe it.
Fine, but call it what you want.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're saying that you don't believe me when I say to you now, when I express how I feel now, representing my own feelings, you're saying that you don't believe me when I self-report how I feel.
Okay. Well,
it's a yes or no question.
Well, here's the thing: the self-report, I don't really take too much weight into it. I just don't. I've been this way my entire life. I look for other evidences other than a self-report.
Innuendos and tones of voices.
And absolutely, that's how you know someone's being sarcastic.
Right, but I don't know. You've been wrong so many times about these like feelings.
So, Matt, I don't know why. Obviously, you're upset, Jane, but I'm trying to talk to JJ if you don't mind. Okay?
Yes, I'm very clearly upset.
I can see that. And
that was sarcastic, John. Do you see how bad you are at picking up the phone?
To get you some extra pearls to clutch for Christmas, Jane.
So I'll tell you what. When you say that you were upset and you're claiming sarcasm, I genuinely think you were upset. Okay? And so
just to get back to what
I was saying.
So
hopefully I can continue my conversation with JJ.
To get back to what I was saying though, John.
Yeah, without Jane.
When I tell you how I'm feeling, are you saying you don't believe me?
This is what I'm saying. Okay, this is the issue with Sonido, and this is what I was interrupted with. Sully yesterday was talking about lies. He says, in order to
Can I just get you to tell me that you do or do not believe me?
Hang on, sir. Just please bear with me. It is the case that in order to be a lie, there has to be an awareness of wrongness. And so if the person is ignorant of, blind to, even though the false information is coming out of their mouth, according to Sully anyway, that doesn't constitute a lie. And so when I said that you may be blind to it, or ignorant of it, or not aware of it, and what you're saying is not representative of what I believe to be the reality. There's a big echo, by the way. And so if I'm saying that, then I'm just saying that I don't believe the veracity of what is being said. I'm skeptical of it. So people take it personally. I just told you.
No, I don't care if you say if it's a lie. I don't care about that. All I care is if you don't want to call it a lie, it's just you don't believe me when I'm telling you how I feel.
That's correct.
And you think that I'm unaware of how I feel?
I don't know, JJ. I just don't know.
You don't know.
You're
just skeptical.
Well, I'm a little bit more than skeptical. Okay? So what I'm saying is...
How confident are you in this assessment?
Yeah, so I'm trying to ask you not to participate in the discussion, even as you claim not to be upset.
Honey Badger, do you hear yourself in this? Do you hear yourself in JJ?
Just doing this represents maybe that you have some issues with even though you're claiming to be sarcastic, and this is what I said. I don't believe her when she says that.
It was anyway a question.
Again, Jane, may I have your permission to continue the
I know, but what I'm trying to point out is that these are people arguing with a very neurotic person, and thus they themselves are neurotic.
May I send you down to the audience where you may or may not listen?
And so...
Well, it's up to you, John.
Same player game.
Well, if you're going to tell me no, I will send you down.
So, what does it tell you? That people...
I would love to have
Jane.
See, there's just no awareness, though. How the fuck does JJ and Jane and others come here to play this game? This is like a cat playing with a mouse or a ball. They patter it around, but they themselves don't recognize that what they're doing is the opposite of what John Lee is doing. So you have these two neurotic spectrums that collide, And both of them can't recognize how the other party is essentially paralleling what they're doing, and thus it's total stupidity, insanity.
Oh, really? And he says, I could do it.
But the thing is, they're not reading the book, Honey Badger. So I go back to the book club, where if people aren't doing book club debates, you might as well be talking about how to tie the laces on your shoe. What's the fucking difference? You hear this? You mean to tell me you're telling me how I feel, and I don't believe that you believe that I feel this way, and I might be depressed again. Like, what the fuck is this, Honey Badger, on a fucking Tuesday morning? The fuck's wrong with these people? This is like retarded people should be living in an assisted living facility that have Down syndrome.
Nobody. He says, and then he says it takes time, right? By which we're kind of laughing, because you said immediately it will be 3 or 4 people is what he claimed, right? Anyway, Johnny Haas was reveling in it. Okay? He enjoys Christians just making an ass of themselves. You guys, you know this, right, JJ? Mm-hmm. And I was saying, okay, Johnny, you and I agree upon the exact same facts. He made a fool of himself. He was proud. All of these things, and he was agreeing. I mentioned about 5 or 6 things.
Daniel says,
yes. Okay, now that we agree upon the facts of it, let's look at our attitudes toward it. You were enjoying it. He actually said, I took out the popcorn, right? And he was watching, right? And when he knew it was going to happen, and it did happen, then he was enjoying it, right? Uh-huh. I said, Johnny, you know what? Me? Did you hear me participate in any of that? I was actually saddened by that, right? And someone asked me, like, did you pray for him? And I said, no, I didn't, which is true. But I could see myself, right, being in a situation where not only am I saddened by it, it moves me to tears, and it causes me to be inspired to pray for him, right? And so I said to Johnny, like, that's the difference between you and I, is such that you are enjoying this, and I'm actually saddened by this, okay? And so, in a sense of you, JJ, and that's why I compared you to Daniel Nero. Is Daniel even here? I don't know. Oh, he's down there. But the reason I did is because those types of interactions, and I'll even throw Johnny, you, and Daniel in this, you 3 together, there is this some sort of entertainment value that you guys enjoy, and it's some sort of I don't know if I'm going to call it like sadism, but it is some sort of, I use the term reveling in evil occurring. And, I was telling Johnny, love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. And I said, do you think you're exhibiting love? I think I asked him. And I think he was saying he does, right? And I said, okay, can you give an example of where somebody was embarrassed or something and Jesus was like, ha ha ha, laughing at them falling or something? Couldn't come up with an example. I said, let me tell you one more thing. God says he does not delight in the death of the wicked. So what do you think is going on here? You think you're doing something godly? Right, this is where I was with
Johnny does godly.
He wasn't too happy. Let's just say that. And I'm going to bring it back to you, JJ. I'm going to say that these are similar things that I see in you. Even as you and Johnny, and I don't know about Daniel, I'm not going to speak for him, but just as far as you two go, the things that you delight in, I would view is an evil occurrence, a train wreck, maybe people are harmed, right? And then he gave an example of, well, if a woman was raped in an alley, I would, and then he started going that route, which he's done probably 100 times before, as if it's like differentiates that. No, it doesn't. Okay. And so what I notice about you, JJ, is that when you question people and they sort of like slip up and contradict themselves even, are made to look like fools, are just laughed at and mocked, I think you enjoy it. I think you're twisted in that way. And that doesn't reveal to me, JJ, a person who's content with their life.
Oh,
maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know what the content thing has to do with anything. But I mean, clearly you don't pay attention very well then, because it's true. I find things funny that where people are upset or whatever. But I should hope that most people notice. I often immediately say, we should not be taking joy in this. This should not be funny. This is actually.
I've heard you say that. I've heard you say that, by the way. Johnny doesn't say that.
This is well. I don't want to disparage Johnny, but maybe it is something he should look at. But you do hear me say that.
I have heard you more than once say that.
So I think
yes.
Well, I'm glad that you remember that now, because that's
more than once. Yes,
that's a big factor.
It
that
is
you seem to be leaving out.
I apologize that I did leave it out, and it is a factor, big factor. I agree. Now let's look at it. How about that?
Yeah, reevaluate.
No. Let's look at it. So, what are you saying? That like you feel guilty about it? It's a guilty pleasure. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if you'd call it that. In fact, I don't think that actually applies. But
why would you express that openly like that?
Sure, in the moment, we may find something funny that, like I said, some people it takes longer.
But I have a question.
But when it's recognized that this probably shouldn't be funny.
Right, you recognize that.
I don't know. There might be guilt associated, but I think that's kind of beside the point also.
Well, I don't think so, but go on.
No, I think that doesn't really matter. The fact remains that it's recognized. That it shouldn't be funny.
Yes. Now, the thing is this, okay? Are you satisfied in engaging in things that you yourself, by your own standards, ought not be the case?
Say that again.
Are you satisfied in what you are engaged in that you yourself, by your own standards, think ought not be the case?
I don't know what you mean by ought not be the case here.
Well, you said you shouldn't be funny. It shouldn't be funny.
Oh, I guess so. Am I engaging in things like what?
So like
finding something funny?
In other words, like a person is torturing animals, let's say, for lack of an example.
Yeah.
And they're telling themselves, you know what, I shouldn't be enjoying this, but I do. And they recognize that they shouldn't be enjoying it, but they're also honest enough to say, I am enjoying it.
I think when they say that, when they question whether they should be, at least for me, certainly that can be torturing an animal or whatever you said. It's the recognition that they don't find it funny, and that's usually what I say, is that this actually isn't funny. This is.
But are you not openly delighting in it?
It seems that way momentarily, at least, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. And that's why I say I think that the questioning of it is not whether I should still, it's that I'm not now.
I guess I'll put it back to me.
I think there's a big difference there. I hope that was clear.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put it back to me then. Okay, I specifically remember now, I had been a Christian. I became a Christian, but somehow I fell to where I was very badly addicted to crack cocaine. And I remember getting high and praying, like praying that I don't do this. But I'll tell you what, JJ, and I'm not trying to promote it to anybody. That's the greatest high I've ever felt in my life.
I agree, because I did it that one time. And, and never again.
Okay. Yeah, but what I'm saying is this, okay? Is while I was enjoying it, I was actually praying to God, please, like I don't want to do this anymore. But I find myself the very next day doing it again.
Do you remember my story, though?
But well, just real quickly, but I wasn't content. That's the point. But go ahead.
Oh. Yeah, the one time I did it. You
never told me the story.
Well, I've said it a few times. I thought you would have heard it by now. Tried it one time, took one puff, immediately felt it, and just said, wow.
Right?
I can quote myself. Wow, this shit is great. I'm never doing this again.
Okay. Interesting.
I never did.
It's almost like Owen. Do you remember when he drank and came into the room?
No.
Oh, you don't remember that?
I don't know if I was there.
He was like, wow, this is the greatest. And I don't think he drank since then. People were afraid, oh my goodness, this is the beginning of alcoholism. I feel to blame, or whatever the people were saying. But in any case, yeah, okay. But I guess what I'm trying to say is this. I don't want to just go down various rabbit holes. When you expressed what you said you did, and thank you for reminding me you did say that, I shouldn't be enjoying this, I think, more or less. I'm paraphrasing what you said. But you were. That right there seems to be, to me anyway, a sort of a tension and an absence of...
I mean, to be clear what we're talking about finding something funny, which on further reflection is not that funny. In fact, it's sad.
That's my whole point. That Johnny found it funny, and I found the exact same thing sad, given the exact same set of facts.
Yeah, I think it's alarming to continue to think it was, more funny than sad, or not sad at all. Maybe deserved or whatever. And I think it speaks to. Did you? It speaks to vindictiveness.
Right.
And maybe sometimes vengeance or.
Right.
Some kind of maliciousness.
Speaking my language. You're speaking my language.
Which I never feel. Maybe never is too strong a word, but I avoid any kind of malice, and I can't actually think of any.
You don't think you're actually engaged in it?
Correct.
Majority of your life?
I think that that's not what motivates me. I don't hold grudges. I'm actually very forgiving, with few exceptions.
You're almost sounding like Pine Creek right now, but
I still don't understand what Jesus is going to do for me.
Well, Jesus is going to save you from yourself, it sounds like to me.
Other than letting me into heaven, I think I understand much of
heaven, you know that, right?
I think I understand much of the Christian teachings and ethos, even if I don't agree with some of the interpretations.
Free from stain.
And I don't think that they're even all that exclusive to Christianity. But that's what I'm familiar with. I don't know what else Jesus can give me.
Oh my goodness.
They're inside, sir. Well observed.
Oh, I have something else going on. I'm actually shocked over here. Anyway, I'm sorry. I got distracted.
Who are you? Who sent you?
So this conversation began, JJ, about what I thought. Right? And it happened to be what I thought about you. And
What was what you thought about atheists needing Jesus?
Well,
and just using me as an example.
Exactly. And I do think, I agree with Johnny when he says Christianity is not for everybody. I actually agree with that. And that Christianity is for people who are weary, heavy laden. And he says, come to me and I'll give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. This is what Jesus says. That he says, I have not come to call the righteous but sinners. Right? This is what Jesus says. So there's a specific people he's interested in. Right? He's not interested in everybody. He's not interested in the Pharisees, who he considers whitewashed tombs. That by the outward appearance, they are very well dressed, very clean, very upright, pillars of the community. Teachers of the keepers of the temple and the church, so forth and so on. He's very critical of them, and for good reason. But he even gives one example. He says to him, there's two men that went up to the temple to pray, and one of them was a Pharisee or something, and he says, "Thank you, God, that I tithe every month, that I tithe all my pay, that I give to the poor, that I fast once a week, that I do all these things, and I'm not like this pathetic, taxpayer over here," right? And he says a tax collector, would not even look up to heaven and was beating his chest and said, "Forgive me, because I'm a sinner." And he says, as far as like when they're walking out of there, he said the sinner was justified before God, not the tax collector, right? And, when you think about where it says God opposes the proud and gives grace to the humble, all of these things, the first, shall be last and the last shall be first, all these things, right? It just tells me who God is.
It is the Marquis of Montrose who has mispoken
He
himself to
understands
us
that
perjury against his enemies.
people who are
Leave the
proud
Peace, sir.
and
This is
self-content,
not your quarrel.
Your land is
claim
forfeit
to
to
be
me
content
against your
with their own
debt. Until that is
circumstances.
settled, I will have you lodged in the
They just
Toll
don't need
Taken
him.
into custody, Archibald.
Right?
You have my commission on it.
He understands that the people that
My father
worship him
spent 2 years in that jail for
openly
no cause but the
say,
will of great men like
"We
you.
need
And I
you,
will not go
Lord."
there, sir.
Call out the watch,
Right?
damn you.
No,
We
nothing.
can't live
I'll cut his
without
throat.
you.
You a damn McGregor.
You realize
And-
why they say that, right?
Some work. You've done enough
I know
for one day.
why I say that. I can't speak for other people, but I'm interested to what you have to say.
They say that because your religion teaches that you need him.
Okay, that's your perception.
Does it not?
I would say that I've been in your rooms for many years, right? And I know what the religion is teaching me, right? But I will say that in the privacy of my own dwelling,
You don't have a dwelling.
when I hovel, whatever you want to call it, okay? That, at 4 a.m, right? I am in complete worship of God, my maker. That, there's a verse in scripture that says, "Be
None of this
still."
has anything to do with what I said.
Well, you're saying that it's based upon the teachings of my religion.
Right, I'm saying your religion teaches that all of us are pieces of shit, and the only reason why we can get into heaven or be good is with God's help. God is the only way that we can be good. How many times have you said this?
I don't view that I'm horrible.
You aren't now because you're covered in the blood of Christ. But before,
There you go.
right, and what I'm saying is that us, and when I said us, I meant atheists, because we're talking about why atheists need Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
It's because you guys teach that we're pieces of shit.
Okay. So that would be like, when I think teach, that would be like the mind. And of course, you may not agree that there's a mind and a heart. But when I understand that I'm a sinner, right? that
Because who's
experiential,
telling you
that
that
aware.
you're a sinner?
Okay, hang on. No, ma'am. When there's an awareness, irrespective of, I could quote Romans 3:23 all day long.
How he makes money.
Who are we talking about?
We're talking about Rabbi. Rabbi makes money in a very Jewish way.
Man, he's just a wage cuck, dude.
No, he is a wage cuck. And I won't say exactly what he does, but let's just say through one of the applications that he uses, you can get a free moment that usually would cost money.
Docs.
And that's funny. That's really funny because he's offering a free his time for free because he's such a wage cuck.
It's called a session.
Is AI music
Yeah.
A session.
Kitover?
Yeah.
John Kitover, did you ever
He's the Clubhouse King.
Well, he was for a moment, but he said that he was filing a police report with against Brad S. And I don't. And then he also said that he was suing Brad S. I don't think that ever happened. AI music, did that happen?
Okay, sorry, Rudolph. I just found our questions. You had 2 more questions left, FYI.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if Diego wants to do that, but he answered 5 questions.
Well, listen. It's not Diego's. It's my consent that you have to ask for.
No, it's Diego's consent. It's his room.
Well, you have
secondary consent.
You can ask for Diego's consent first, but my consent will, my consent is number 1, of course.
So Rudolph, just to be clear, Rabbi did ask you nicely to stop, but he didn't stop.
The more you talk about it, the more you're gonna risk him getting doxxed. So
listen, Rabbi has trolled me a lot about how I'm a cuck and how my wife is married to a cuck and how she has sex with black men and how we have sex.
Well, that was Brad that said that. That wasn't Rudolph.
No. Rabbi said that. And listen, I'm fine with Rabbi trolling me. So I thought at some point I'm going to troll Rabbi. I don't know when. I don't know where. And 6 months later, did I happen to stumble across some information about Rabbi that could allow me to?
How did you get that information?
From John or Mosa.
Nope. Not by any individual other than myself. I swear on my life.
Like the Bible.
Swearing in children's life.
I swear on my child's life that I found Rabbi's information with no one else's help.
Wow. You're good then, because I haven't tried, but I just figured it would be very difficult. I mean, where the fuck would they start?
It's not hard at all, and I won't tell you exactly what to look up.
Did you use his voice, or what did you?
Nope. Let's just say that there is information that he has given everyone. That if you decided to just look those information up, listen, and you assume the profession that he may have, you will find him. I don't know now because you might change it all, but you can find him very easily. And so I was like, I told him straight up, hey, I know your name, but I'm never going to tell anyone. This is a nuclear bomb that I have.
He told me, Rudolph. He told me his name. I'm like Israel. I will not sign any treaties, but I definitely have a bomb.
David, what happened is that he said in a full room with everyone that I know what you're talking about, Keegan, and that's not my real name. You can say it. That's what he said in a room.
He did say that, yeah, that's true, yeah. I was there, yeah.
And so then I was like, oh, okay. And then I said his name. And now it's doxing? He told me to do it. I said I had a nuclear bomb, and he wanted me to use it. Listen, I dropped Hiroshima, and I'm not going to drop one again, though. I won't drop
But how would he have known what name you were going to say for him to have said that in the first place?
Exactly. Why would he even take the risk? That's my opinion. I agree with you.
If he did it like me, Nura, like, you know. No?
But so
What do you mean? What do you mean like you?
I've not.
Well, I live under a name that like has been doxxed, and people think that I'm like a Mexican guy that happens to have that name.
Roberto Taylor.
There you go.
Basically, it's a common name, like a common Arab name.
Well, I mean,
I'm saying, like, isn't it possible he could also have like an assumed name?
we all have seen your interview though, Diego. Great interview, by the way. Great interview, but I was like, Diego.
Let me just summarize Diego's seminar presentation when he was like, I couldn't believe it, but I found out words have meanings. I had never known that words had meanings and words have power. You can like, yeah, it was amazing. He had like this moment. He's like, I never knew that. No one ever told me.
You're such a fan, Kitover.
But yeah, so listen, that's why I want a conversation with the rabbi, because he's going around claiming I've done a lot of things. I've not done one thing that he's claimed. I am trolling him. He did tell me to stop trolling him, which I will not.
He asked nicely though.
And have I also been reading a Bible verses?
David, that was the gayest he asked nicely I've ever heard, David. Holy shit, David. I didn't know you had the most flamboyant voice. Are you drinking martinis at 11 in the morning? What's going on over there, David?
It's 12:30. We're not Central Time.
He asked nicely.
David, please ping him in here. Ping him in here. Everyone ping Rabbi in here as many times.
It's not just you that he's not coming in. It's because of me too.
Oh,
yeah, sure.
Well, what's wrong with you?
Well, I reported Rabbi yesterday to the app.
He was doxing like where my family lives to Jewish people in Palestine.
He's doxing people?
Like, I mean, he was telling Yael and some other Jewish people where my family was living, and I had it recorded. And when I was
oh my God, he called ICE on your family.
No, I'm talking about in Palestine. My family are here illegally, and so
We're in Palestine, though.
Illegally, so I was just saying stuff on Twitter about him, but I don't know. Diego, did he claim that I doxed him? Because I don't know anything to dox him about.
No, I think he's given to his sexual moves.
Great banger birthday room yesterday. I went so long and so many great speakers. Wow, Sela. What a birthday present. Wow.
Like, he has that. He doesn't like to get rejected.
Just beautiful work there. Mm-hmm. This is the Tom Rabbit Show if you want to come up and say
Melissa.
Anything.
He doesn't talk to Melissa anymore because she rejected him.
But he looks at Melissa's profile once a week.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Resistance Palestine is your hate resistance.
You know what I mean?
That's so funny.
He doesn't, like, here's the thing about Randy that you know without a shadow of a doubt. Like, he does the whole, like, BDSM thing, but he doesn't like the girls that he has sex with and or simply, like, sexualizes. He doesn't, that's not what he wants.
Projection alert. Projection alert.
I don't think Diego's into BDSM.
Projection
just
alert.
BDS.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, I mean...
I think it's hilarious that Ryan says that he does not have a gaydar for Randy when he's the one that used to talk about putting John Hermosa in a cage in his house, and I've never heard a straight man ever say something like that.
Ryan put John Hermosa in a cage?
No, Randy would say that he wants to do that with John Hermosa, but Ryan does not say that Randy is gay. Like how? Like even if you're trolling, what straight man would troll that way?
Oh my God, he wants to make John the gimp.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Well, I just want to say that I think this is 5 days running now that you guys have started back up, and now your room title is Holocaustco.
No one has complimented was pretty good. That was fucking pretty good.
What do you think about it, Kitover?
Well, I'm just wondering, is it the fact that Trump's tariffs are causing Costco, more expenditures, or is it the Holocaust that you guys are more concerned about? What is it on a Tuesday morning that has you guys, conflicted?
Diego?
I feel like it's more
Listen, all I know is they told us that every Costco is equipped to bake enough cookies to feed 6 million people.
Whoa. Too soon, Rudolph. Too soon.
And that's what's his name said, Fuentes, too soon.
Piers Morgan, trying to create crocodile tears.
With his Holocaust front.
Bringing up little Danny Finkelstein. It is it's not it's just.
I mean,
give it a rest already.
Nick Fuentes makes a good point. It's not about the Holocaust. It's about not being able to question it whatsoever.
It's not about the Holocaust?
It's about not being able to question it. He's saying if you say that this number of people didn't die in certain countries, that you get arrested. And that itself is what his issue is. And Piers Morgan completely ignores that that's his point about the Holocaust.
Right. I mean, my dad said it this morning. He's like, if somebody asked me, what do you think about the Holocaust? I would say, which Holocaust are you talking about? The Gaza one or the one with the Jews?
Your dad said that?
Yeah, he said that in the morning. He's like, which Holocaust are you talking about? Because I was telling him about Nick Fuentes, about the Holocaust joke.
And the reason why you say which one is because both of them don't exist.
There you go. But that's the
Protestants.
Wait,
Rudolph,
Nick Fuentes said there could be more than 6 million.
Yeah, you're right. He believes that 6, 7, 10 million. I mean, we don't know.
My dad is a boomer.
He's a true Christian.
No, but here's the thing.
We really don't know the number of the Holocaust. I mean, it could be 7.
He said it could be 100 million.
No, he said times 100, so 6 million times 100. So.
Oh, so 600 million. That's right. 600 million. It could be as high as 600 million Jews.
It could be. I mean,
and he ignored that. He didn't even hear it.
Yeah, but no, he heard it. He just was trying to act tough.
He was focused on, hey, get that Hitler clip. Did you guys see that hot mic part where Nick Fuentes is going on a rant and you can hear him in the background going, get the Hitler clip?
But that was incredible. He did? He said that?
Yeah. Look up the hot mic moment, and there's a moment where Nick Fuentes is answering a question, and you can hear Piers Morgan go, get the Hitler clip.
You know what?
I didn't hear it.
He really, I don't remember who said it, but he really should have said, when he was saying, yeah, he's fucking cool, he should have dropped the Hugo Boss uniforms as a thing. Someone said that. David, yeah.
Well, him saying the edits as the first thing, though, was perfect because...
The edits, yeah.
Because now everyone's just making so many edits. I've seen so many edits now of it starting off with Nick Fuentes saying the edits, and then it goes straight into it.
Yo, bro, in New York, my girlfriend lived in this building on Houston Street that had, it was run by Buddhist monks, and at the top of the fucking building, you can Google this, you can just go on Google and put just put this information, you'll see the picture of the building. They have a giant statue of Lenin, I have photos standing in the rooftop between his legs, and my legs my head didn't even reach his crotch. It's a huge fucking statue.
Wow.
And imagine if there was someone in New York with just a giant, awesome Hitler with a giant cape, statue. You know what I mean? The one where Hitler's walking down the stairs and his cape just flares. And he just looks like Darth Vader or something. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is, Lenin looks cool in that statue, even though he was a short king. And, yeah, Hitler looks cool when he does certain things. You know who doesn't look cool? Mao. Who else? Pol Pot. Mussolini. I can't say. Well, Mussolini a little bit. If you can get into his whole like how he sticks his nose into the air and purses his lips, I guess you could say he looks cool. I think he's another short king. Isn't Nick Fuentes a short king?
Yeah.
All kings are short, my dear.
There you go.
You met him, so you would know, right, Diego?
Yeah, I think in my photo, it's actually, I kind of hold the camera up because I can't hold it level. Yeah, you're right. I think I was bending over. In the photo that we took a selfie together. I think I kind of had to like crouch over for him. And then he did the America First symbol. He did the #1 symbol in their photo.
Yeah, when they played that clip of Nick Fuentes.
When they played that clip, I was standing there, so I don't know if you can go back to the like, me and my sister are like standing right there at the bottom of the thing.
I just said it. I didn't actually look for you.
Randy is shorter than you, Diego. But Rico's totally big though.
You think so?
But Randy claims he's like 6'5".
Yeah, like Rico's pretty tall. Yeah.
I've got my doubts.
Rabbi's not 6'5".
Isn't that what he said?
No, Rabbi is shorter than Diego. Rabbi is 5'11".
Rabbi's not 6'5".
5'11" and 6 foot is the same thing.
I know for a fact that Rabbi's not 6'5". And if you want, I can PTR the proof.
No one's
gonna be Docs, Rudolph.
I'm just joking. I would never do that.
I mean, we have photos of him in leather.
Do you?
Yeah, he sent a photo of himself to me and you, with him wearing.
Did you screenshot it? Because he sent me disappearing messages.
Yeah, I took a picture on my other phone of it. So
I mean, it is really interesting that he's like, everyone's trying to dox me when he literally sent like his nudes to so many women.
Oh, really?
It's very interesting the way that he's like affected by this. He's like, I can't believe someone knows my name. While there's literally nudes of him that everyone.
He's had a contest about his penis with other dudes.
Yeah. He's had gay men rate his penis.
Wow.
Ryan, isn't that true?
I've never seen his penis.
He had Danny. So
I've only ever seen Diego's feet.
Diego, what the hell?
What the hell?
That's what's in your PTR, Ryan?
Yeah, these are mine.
Ew, gross.
Yeah, well.
You really gotta check it out.
Are you saying that Randy used his real name when the police came to his house and they were looking for somebody else?
Benjamin Ahmad, is that the story about that?
Well, we're trying to get Rudolph to stop using Rabbi's real name.
I'm not using his real name.
Well, what's the supposed fake name, Rudolph?
I can't tell you.
Tell John Kitover and you too.
Let me ask you this, just out of curiosity, does it sound ugly?
It sounds very Arab.
Okay.
It's a good name. I like the name.
It's Benjamin.
If you saw the name, Diego, you would be like, that person should be deported.
I thought his first name was Benjamin.
Does it have an Islamic sounding name to it, like Abd?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
That's a yes. That's a
No,
pain.
but I don't think it's like, for example, Nura, I don't think it's like your middle 10 names that you have in the middle.
Like Abdul Karim Abdullah.
I don't think it's something.
No, it's not that, but it is. It does. It feels like that though. When I say it, I'm like.
I have a question. I have a question for the room. Diego, look at my PTR and you tell me, what do you think that experience would be like if she was riding you? What do you think?
I'm gonna be honest. That kind of does look like Rabbi.
Holy crap! Is this real?
Which one? Yeah, no, that's real. That's a real photo. Those are conjoined.
Yeah, there's a few people like this in the world.
Those are conjoined twins, but those are the most attractive conjoined twins I've ever seen.
There's some that have only
also
one of the
have the
public
most
ones.
group of any conjoined twins.
I'm just saying, like, how crazy would it be to go from like kissing one head to the next, and then
Do they have 3 boobs? Would that be they have 3 boobs?
They have 4 boobs and they have 3 arms.
Are you sure there's 4 boobs there?
Keegan, you're married. How dare you?
yeah, they have 3 arms.
I can
They're
look
famous actually at this point. They're influencers. I don't know their names.
Well, who's not an influencer? I mean, you're an influencer.
Diego's an influencer. Ultra Derecha has been,
That's true.
the biggest time waste of his life. I mean, admittedly.
I'm not gonna stop until I get into anti-Semite of the year.
He did interview Nick Fuentes.
I'm actually surprised that like my elevator.
Something called a canary mission.
How is Miss Rachel beating you and me, Nora?
I know. They're like, oh,
fuck.
You know how there's
that would have been crazy if the elevator girl got anti-Semite of the year.
You know how there's elite homosexuals like Peter Thiel? Diego considers himself an elite anti-Semite, which is like maybe the dumbest title anybody's ever thought about ever having. Could you imagine like thousands of years of human history, and then one guy emerges and he's like, my goal in life is to be known as the world's #1 anti-Semite. It's like, how self-destructive and stupid could a human being be?
What did you think of Nick Fuentes saying that Jews are remarkable people by definition? What did you all think of when he said that?
Because he's read the Bible. He understands that the Jews are the chosen people.
I found that like it didn't sit well with me because
I didn't like that either.
They're not the real Jews of the old, you know?
Nick Fuentes made you feel uncomfortable and upset and cause friction within your worldview. Amazing.
I just don't think it's accurate to.
She meant it more like the way Darth Vader said, "Your lack of faith is disturbing." That kind of. That's what she was trying to say.
Well, you morons don't read books. You just come on here and create stupid anti-Semite rooms and hope that you're going to become the world's best
been helping
anti-Semite.
me learn how to read. It was like hooked on phonics, ultra derecha.
Well, you should probably see some type of therapist, Scarface, because that scar on that lip, not only did you not read before, but now you're not even going to read anymore. I mean, it doesn't matter.
It is
Your hair looks Vidal Sassoon, which is fantastic, though,
Oh gosh.
Listen, when you catfished and doxed, when you got doxed with the cat.
Right.
Anyways, I'm just saying that, the video I've seen of you running around in the elevator shafts, that your hair was very frizzy in those, and so.
Yeah. And speaking of elevator shafts, what about these tunnel Jews? They were trying to raise bodies back from the dead.
Where?
They came out, the Jews, and they explained why there was a brown spot on the mattress.
Oh, you're talking about what was that, Brooklyn?
Yeah, bro. They were taking cadavers and doing magic ritual Kabbalah shit to try to raise them back from the dead, bro. Look, they accused the Nazis of doing the boys from Brazil, and they're the ones that actually do these things.
Boys from Brazil? What are the boys from Brazil?
It was they basically took Hitler's semen and they created like 6 boys in the 1970s and hoping that one of them would turn into Hitler as a resurrection.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Google
it, boys from Brazil.
So I heard in a room yesterday, this woman named Aunt Jemima, she said, Hitler went to the fucking moon before we ever got there. And I was like, holy shit, I've heard it all. Hitler went to the fucking moon on a rocket ship?
Well, you don't know about the secret Nazi base on the dark side of the moon?
No, I mean, I saw that movie, great action, comic book movie. What was that called? God, there was like 2 of them, I think. Oh, was it Devil Boy? Was Devil Boy who fought Nazis in space? Anyways.
There's a Nazi base on the dark side of the moon. It runs on red mercury.
There you go. That character.
Google red mercury, dude.
Well, I mean, I could Google dolphins that fly to Mars and back in a day, but I got a hot bath waiting in the other room,
This is incredible.
I actually had. Never mind.
Nura, can you Google red mercury and explain to us what it is?
Anything
how
it works. Diego. Hold on.
It's a fake thing.
Could you imagine?
Nazi red mercury.
Could you imagine Nora saying that to Diego in the future? You know, Diego, my uncle actually moved out of his house after like 50 years of marriage and moved in with like a younger woman. But then,
Are you shitting me? 50 years?
yeah, and then he literally couldn't, they couldn't get along, you know, because she's a talker, he's a talker. And so eventually he moved back to his wife, who my aunt, who took him back like a saint. My dad was like, divorce his ass, don't let him back in the house. But my aunt let him back in, and then he went back up to his library and he had a heart attack, and that was the end of his life.
Nazi red mercury is a mythical substance, a hoax or urban legend often linked to secret Nazi superweapons like Die Glock, the Bell, supposedly a radioactive liquid for anti-gravity or nuclear tech, but no scientific evidence supports its existence as described. Real red mercury compounds. Real red mercury compounds are a common thing like mercury oxide, um, or the mineral cinnabar, used for pigments, not futuristic weapons. The legend emerged from post-war